Hello ladies and gents, we are here in the Brickyard. My very first time coming here to Indianapolis. One of my favorite tracks as a kid, but also the Indy 500, one of the most iconic, incredible races of the year. This is my very first time. I'm very lucky guy today. I got to come and see the museum, having a little tour around, bit of golf with Zach and Christian as well. We're here on, I think it's the 7th hole, so hitting a few balls. So this is like my dream, I think. Racetrack and golf. What else do you really need in life? We've got some questions, so let's go.
So you've kind of touched on it, but what are your thoughts on the Indy 500 as an event and just IndyCar as a whole?
That's a good question, because I don't know if I would ever do it, because it's pretty crazy. You got to be a little bit crazy to do a race like this. So I have a lot of respect for the guys and girls that come out and race here. But I think it's probably one of the coolest atmospheres you can get while doing a sporting event. Obviously today is pretty quiet, there's no one here, but race day is almost 300,000 people. That's pretty unbelievable. So yeah, imagine kind of doing the warm-up laps and the parade laps. Must be a very, very special feeling. So a lot of respect for those guys, because it's a pretty scary place to come and race at the speeds that they do. But you never know.
You experienced elements of ovals during your running in the Daytona 24. What was that like, and how intense do you imagine 200 laps of the IMS would be?
Yeah, I did do the Daytona 24-hour back with Phil Hansen and Fernando Alonso. I think that's a whole different ball game compared to here in Indy. Obviously there it's pretty easy. It's flat out, almost getting 180, 190. Here, the guys are getting 230, 240. And it's a lot less banked. Daytona is, like 36 degrees, 38 degrees or something of banking. It's pretty nuts how steep it is. Here is a lot less, and they're going a lot quicker. So this is a different ball game here. But it's cool. I've only really done ovals on the simulator. I do enjoy it because it's quite a different aspect to driving compared to what I'm used to. But the Indy 500 is a very, very unique event, so I don't know, that's a whole different experience. I have a huge amount of respect for everyone that races in it. You can't just sign up to have fun on a race like this, because you're taking, this is probably one of the races you take the most risks, I would say. If something goes wrong around here, you're having a pretty hefty shunt, easy to be injured. You're committing around this track. You have to commit if you kind of sign up. That's why I think it's one of the coolest events, because the risk element is pretty insane. So I have a lot of respect. You have to have respect for the guys and girls that come and race here, because it's pretty gnarly, as they say. As a fan, as a sporting fan, actually the series I enjoy watching the most is MotoGP. I've loved motorbikes and MotoGP since I was a kid. I loved MotoGP before I ever even watched Formula One. So deep down, I kind of always have that love for motorbikes. But honestly, as a racing fan, I enjoy everything. Whether it's the endurance series, whether it's the GTs, Le Mans, Indy, Formula E. I try and genuinely watch every series every single weekend. Rally is one of the things I want to do the most, and I really, really love. And yeah, Mr. Solberg's over there doing his thing. So yeah, I like to watch rally probably the most in a way, because I'm most new to that world. So MotoGP and rally are probably my two favorite things at the minute.
You obviously love golf. When did you first pick up a golf club, and what can you remember from getting into golf?
When I first picked up a golf club, Carlos forced me to pick up a golf club. I think it must have been 2020 or 21. So when we would be in for, I don't know, sim or marketing days, we both lived close by to the factory. We'd be there for loads of days, so we would have to find things to do, and golf became one of them. Carlos was already a golfer at that point, but it was also nice, me and my mates would go to Top Golf, and normally you just try and hit it as far as you can. But at that point, I also thought, who the hell wants to play golf? I was one of those guys, what is that sport? Little did I know, it's one of the coolest, most mentally frustrating and rewarding sports I think you can play in the world. I don't know if golf comes naturally to anyone. I guess maybe it does. I don't know enough people that kind of do it, that started, but it's quite I know it's quite an abnormal movement and things. I think it's a weird sport, but It definitely didn't come natural to me, that's for sure. I was one of those guys that would, the harder you try and hit it, the bigger the miss. You don't even hit the ball. So no, I had to graft. But that's one of the cool things about that kind of sport, is you can hit 100 balls, try to, and you can try again, and you can have that kind of constant improvement, trying to have that constant improvement. With racing, you can't just go and race every day, but with the golf, you can pick up a golf club every day, you can go and hit some balls, and that's like a cool thing to be able to go do. Honestly, everyone has to be nervous when you're on the first tee box, and especially if you've got people there, if the tee box is near like the clubhouse or something and people are there sitting, that's an intimidating place to be. But I do, because I think anything I do, like I care about it and want to do well in. It's like with most things, like you try it a couple of times, you feel bad about it. Then when you come and you try and do it a few more times, you kind of start to get the hang of it. So I think with every sport, you get a bit intimidated at the beginning. When you hit that one ball that flies, then it's one of the coolest things. The constant strive for perfection, whether it's a lap or it's 18 holes. Every shot is the same as almost every corner. You kind of have an attempt at trying to do something perfect. You then have a little break as a little straight, and then you try and do it again. And you're trying to learn from what you just did, and you're trying to improve it within a matter of seconds or minutes in golf. So I think the mentality side of understanding very quickly what you just did, how to improve it, and then applying that pretty much directly is one of the things that carries over. But then also just the competition side. Like I don't play golf just to hit the ball. I do it because I want to try to be good. I want to beat my best score. I want to beat my mates. So I think if I didn't have that competition side, which is the thing that really feeds you the most, then I probably wouldn't do it. So I love the competition probably more than anything. Like there's not many things better than just being out here on the golf course. Peaceful, it's quiet. You can be with your friends, you can listen to some music, you can just have a nice relaxing day, the birds are singing. What else do? I love obviously like paddle as well. Again, that's with my friends. Otherwise, I just like to be with my mates, my family, go away to some nice places and go explore and be on the beach, things like that. I think that's what is the most relaxing. Otherwise, I have those, when I can't go and travel and do those beautiful things, and I like to just be at home and just have the peace and quiet. Like this is bliss for me right now. On a weekend when you have so many people, it's just so much going on and it's a lot. So when you come here and you can kind of just block everything out, or everything is blocked out and there's just no one here, then I love it.
Do you think since becoming world champion has made it easier to kind of switch off at all or change anything really?
I think that's true. I think it's since winning the championship last year, the world championship, I think it's been easier to be able to just switch off, especially comparing to last year, for sure. Last year was one of the where I just couldn't switch off because I could go away, but you always thought I could switch off, but I think deep down it's hard to ever actually turn off. Now I think because of the championship last year, I'm able to really disconnect more than probably ever before because I have the confidence that I can just come in and do what I got to do, So I think it's helped me enjoy my time away from the track even more. Honestly, I think time away is one of the most important things. It's one of the things I just enjoyed at the beginning, but now I cherish more than just enjoy because, it's my 8th year in Formula 1. 8th year in Formula 1? 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 8th year in Formula 1. That's crazy. Honestly, it didn't feel like long ago was, I just started in Formula 1. So that's, it goes quick. And I think it's easy to forget how quick those things can, how fast time can fly. And when you're traveling so much, you do miss out on quite a lot. When you're traveling and you're concentrating and you're training and doing all those things, and sometimes I think you kind of forget to really enjoy those moments away when you're just with your mates and family and things like that. So I really love it. I really love being away and traveling to places, coming to new places, experiencing things. Like that's what your parents say when you're younger, go out and experience things, and that's what you kind of don't want to do when you're younger. When you're older, you actually start to understand why. I think the first few years of Formula 1, you're so attached to what you're doing, and you're so okay, I'm in Formula 1, I need to do this, I need to do that. You want to be so perfect and everything. you don't have time to think about everything else. Whereas now I think I know I can just switch off, go do something else, and then come back and do a good job.
Finally, given we're speaking from a golf buggy on the Brickyard crossing, which F1 driver do you think you would beat in a golf buggy race?
If you're doing a golf buggy race, and this bad boy, well, this one we struggle to get up the hill right there, so it's Carlos. I think I'll be able to beat him in a race in the golf buggy just because, yeah, he's a bit taller and probably weighs a little bit more than me, so I'll use that to my advantage.